What's going on, guys? Welcome back to WWE Network and Show, where I, Graham G. Matthews, break down all the original content I watch on the WWE Network as well as on the USA Network, as today we're talking Season 2, Episode, I believe, 9 of Miz and Mrs. Yeah, checking my notes here, it is Episode 9, entitled Mizanin Family Tradition. So this aired after Raw this past week, which I didn't think they would do. I said last week, new reviews every weekend, blah, blah, blah. And I thought last week they only put up an episode after Raw because it was like the big season premiere. And that was it. 2 episodes a week for 1 week only. They did it again this week. We're having a new episode. We did have a new episode after Raw this past week. And we're getting another one on Thursday, again, of this week. I don't know if that's just this 2 weeks or if it's going to continue. I have no idea. But it was a pleasant surprise to find that out by watching Raw this week. And then Miz mentioned it in his promo at the beginning of the show. So at the very start of this episode, Miz talks to Zack Ryder, who is again like a Walking Dead man, knowing that he's now fired from the company, and Dolph Ziggler about getting Maryse a gift. And they kind of joke with him about it and whatever, now that her baby is fast approaching the second child. So Maryse, when Miz gets home from being on the road, talks to Miz about how fast Monroe can crawl. And Miz kind of underestimates it, doesn't really believe her. And then he finds out firsthand how fast she can go when he opens and closes the fridge for like 10 seconds, and Monroe's completely out of sight. So he tries to apply a football strategy to it for when there's 2 of them in the room, and she's like, listen, we don't need to talk football, we just need to take care of the kids, pay attention, you need to just, don't underestimate Monroe. And it's going to be even worse when there's 2 kids in the room and not just Monroe. So the moms go with them to go ice skating. They kind of help pick out names on the way there, including, I think Mariah was one of them, and Snoop Dogg, I think, was one from Marjo. So they try to go ice skating, doesn't exactly work out too well, and that's when Maryse it dawns on her that she wants to make memories. They want to have a family tradition. And she also says that Miz doesn't watch Monroe as closely as he should, so that's why they want to install a pool fence to make sure she doesn't fall in the pool or whatever, and it's not going to be installed for another week, which that's way too long for Maryse, but they're willing to deal with it. So they go shopping. Barbara, Miz's mom, goes with them, and she goes immediately for the sale rack. They get bored because this is exactly what Miz has gone through his entire life. And Miz kind of makes it so he's like, I always know a way to get out of this. So he puts some random item in his mom's bag and makes it look like she's shoplifting. So they'll have to ask her to leave. That's a very dumb way of trying to get out of going shopping with your mom. But I guess he did that a lot as a kid. That's what at least he said. I don't believe that, but that's what he said. So he wants to try making golfing a tradition. And Maryse is like, yeah, that's cool for you, but I want to do something as a family. So in between all of this, Maryse's friend needs someone to watch her kid named, I think his name is Jack. So Maryse has to leave. So Miz watches Jack in addition to Monroe, and he thinks it's going to be easy and ends up not being easy. As he draws on the walls, there's Cheetos on the floor, and it just quickly becomes pandemonium. So they meet up with Maryse because he needs her help. She accidentally leaves Monroe in the elevator, and they kind of realize, all right, we both got to do a better job of watching Monroe. So he tries to make pancakes on Thursdays as a tradition. They're burnt. Maryse doesn't like it. So Maryse realizes that photo shoots have been their tradition this entire time. It's obnoxious, but it's us. That's what she says. So they get the fence installed. The photo shoots are their tradition, she says. Maryse loves the new fence, and Miz says they need prevent defense to watch the kids going forward, and he says that to Maryse, Marjo, and Barbara, which is funny. So a fun episode overall. Nothing really to write home about per usual, but a pretty good episode. It's always a fun half hour, so be sure to check it out, USA Network. Like the video, drop a comment, share the video, subscribe to the channel for more daily content, and another Miz and Mrs. review coming up this weekend. So take care, guys. Have a great rest of your week. I'm Graham G. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.